Oh, hey folks, how you doing? It's Paul with you. We are going to try out my new time-lapse Fission. This is the second generation. They said they made it a little better. The first one was a meat hook. It flew out and hooked to the left so badly. This one is a little bit less. It's got a -1 for turn, which means it should go to the right slightly, but I want it to go to the right a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw this on anizer, which means I'm going to throw it at this angle and see if it'll pop up on its own. Let's see how it goes. It will probably peel off like a meat hook. Let's see how this goes. We'll throw it 3-4 times so you folks know whether you want to buy it or not. This is by MVP Discs, I think. It's a subdivision. The Axiom is a subdivision of MVP Discs. Let's go ahead and get it, folks. Here we go. 162. Wow, look at that thing go. That's a good disc. Look at that thing go. Whoa. Oh my God. I think I'm about 18, 20 feet off the embankment. That was quite a throw. I must tell you, I like this disc. So anybody that wants to buy this disc, I'm going to throw this 2 more times and we're going to call it a day because the police, for some reason, don't like me throwing my discs here with my car parked there. They let me throw, but they don't want my car parked there. But my holder will not hold this tablet. So my only access to this channel is through my tablet. So I had to park the car there in order to be able to get it right. And that's a deep throw, folks. This is going on a 370-foot throw. Right here, this is well over 300 feet. You can see we're at 200 right now. So this is coming up on 250 feet, and this may be measurable. I measure these by the vertical slats on that chain link fence, and that is, that was like the first really good throw I made with a day at Dallas. When I was very young here, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And that's a deep throw, folks. This is a mammoth throw. And for the first time, okay, we passed the tree, and in a few feet, we'll be able to measure with the slats. All right, we're already there to the slats. So here it is. It's around, I would say around 30 feet from the embankment, making this around 360 feet. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This has made it almost to the 4th slat on that right there. I'm going to put it on pause. We're going to take it back, and I'm going to throw it a little bit more to the right. We've got wind moving outward. This is forward, and it's moving that way, and a little bit friendly. So I'm going to put this on pause. Let's go ahead and try throw number 2. If you're going to buy this disc, the 162, which is what this is, a 162 gram, it is a good weight for me. I do not throw anything more than a 162. Even a 163, I wasn't able to put it on that embankment with a pair of shrikes I had. I had 2 163s. I bought a 162 shrike. I put it on the embankment on the first throw out of the box. So little things mean a lot. I guess we'll keep the camera on, and when the police come here, they patrol, and they don't like me parking my car here now. I did it for 3 years, but they don't like it anymore, so I can't keep it there. And I needed it today because this tablet is the only link I have with my channel. So I can't use my smaller phones. I got to use this phone. So, all right, as long as the police aren't here, I can throw 1 or 2 more times. Let's get it. I'm going to try to do this now with a little bit less hyzer, and we're going to see if that makes any difference. And boy, what a joy it would be if I could get my disc up on that embankment. I would just consider it really good. All right, so here we go. We're going to try this again. Let's get it. This time, not so much hyzer. We're going to try to come over a little bit. Here we go. 162 time lapse MVP Discs Axiom. And I must tell you, I like what I feel. Here we go. 162 gram. Here we go. Time lapse Fission. up. I couldn't get it to turn over. It holds a straight flight. But I'm going to put that on pause, and I'll be right back because I'm not impressed with that throw. I got it too high in the air. Stand by. Okay, folks, I'm back here. This is going to be the last throw. I am going to try to do this with maximum anhyzer, which means coming up and over. With the winds moving to the right here, this way, with the winds moving that way, if I can get this to hang up in the wind, I'm going to get serious distance with it. For that, I need it to go to the right, and I have to help it along because this doesn't want to go to the right very much. It stays like a straight arrow. What is my estimation of equivalent disc? Roughly an ape. That's what this reminds me of, an ape. The ape, I think, is also a -1, and it doesn't like to go to the right too much, but in the wind, you can do big things with them. I've put them on the embankment. The more wind, the better, it seems like, with the apes. And that was with a 168 or 169. 162, let's see if we can get something done here. This is the last throw. And this is, if you want to buy this disc, you know, look at my throwing style, and if it's similar to yours, you're going to get something very similar. And I'm an old man. I'm 63 years old. So here we go. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. Okay, that's a good throw. That's good. You see how that's going? Okay, and that's a pretty good throw. And we'll go check it, and that's going to do it, folks. A pretty good throw. It was a line drive, and I didn't get it up too much. But with some tweaking and peaking, I think that this disc is going to be seeing that embankment. And I'm glad I got it for $15 used because it's fair. It's a fair price for that. When you have to buy discs, you'll see that they are expensive because you have to ship them and all of that. So I think that was a good price. Now, that might be slightly deeper than the other one. That might be within 30 feet. It looks like that's going to be inside 10 meters. So let's see. The other one was almost to the fourth slat. So we'll check this one out now. I might even be tempted to go for one more throw because I'm having fun here with this. And I think if you buy one of these too, and you have at least an intermediate arm, you may like this a lot. If you don't have an intermediate arm and you're a beginner, practice a little bit and get some snap into your throw, and this will probably be pretty good. This looks like it's around 11 meters from the embankment, so we're just out. This might have been just not quite as good as that first throw I made. Let's measure it out. 1, 2, 3. I'm at the third slat almost, I think. I think that's the third slat. Yeah, it's right by that jet that's parked over there. So this is going to be the last throw. And I really have to get this disc to go to the right. I need to get it up a little bit. That's important with the wind right now. I need to get it up and not too much or it'll come back. We need to get it up and to the right. And I have a feeling that this disc is going to see that embankment. And it may not take all that long. I may do it in the next month. Sometimes I go for 6, 7, 8 months without throwing on the embankment. And then sometimes I'll do it twice in one day. It just depends. It's hard because it's so far. And, you know, like when you're 63, I mean, you're not doing anything, super enormous anymore. So, I mean, I throw well. I don't know too many 63-year-olds. We've got really good wind right now. If I get a good throw up, it's hard to say what will happen. It's very possible we could see the embankment. So this is going to be the last one. Let's see if I can get this son of a bitch up and get it out to the right. And let's see if it can't carry. I got to get it up just a little bit to get it into the wind. Boy, that wind is nice. It's a really nice wind. All right, folks, here we go. I'm going to try and make this the last throw. Here we go. 162 gram time lapse Fission. We got to get it up and to the right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. See how I did it? I got it to the right. But it's curving back. And it's coming out to about the same exact place. So that looks like it's my limit is around 358 feet. That's probably around 358 to 362. That's very, very close. That's right there where the other one was. I got to try to go one more time. I'm going to try to get one more throw in here. And that one looks very similar in location to the other one, coming up to the fourth slat on the up and down rails of that chain link fence. I am happy with the way this disc is performing. I am happy with it. I thought it would cut out to the left much sooner, but my friend here, one of these guys on my subscribe, he told me that they had too many complaints about the first series of this disc, which was not the Fusion. He said that they inject more air into the mold on this one, thereby making it lighter or having a lighter profile. That could be right. Okay, this one isn't quite as far. This one is more like about 42 feet, 39 feet, but we'll measure it and I'll make one more throw. Okay, we've got, this only made it to the first slat. All right, this only made it to the first slat, so definitely it's not a great throw. So this is going to be the last one, and I gotta hope I gotta get it up a little bit. I gotta get this thing up a little bit. The wind isn't quite as good now. It's not so. Now it is, and we're getting some helpful wind. It's coming into my face a little bit now. So let's see what we can get going here. And if we do get that wind on the throw, it's going to kind of help. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it drops the disc down. That's why you have to get height on these. I've done this for so long, I kind of know now. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. And let's get into this. All right, so last time, I would sure like to get that embankment. I will tell you, I would like to get that embankment. All right. Hang on, folks, and this is it. And at least you get an idea of how my arm handles the time-lapse Simon Lizette's. And you know, if you have an arm like Simon Lisette, you could easily do over 500 feet, which is past that fence right there. You could easily do it. So let's go ahead, and we're going to make this the last one. I'm going to angle it because I'm going to try to go right on this one. I'm going to try to go right a lot. And I'm going to try to get this disc up a little bit too. All right, here we go. Not great, but okay. And with the skittle, it's going to be okay. And since I screwed that up, I have to do it one more time. If this thing is even running, is it running? I'll put it on pause. And I'll throw it one more time for you. Stand by. Okay, folks, this is it right here. There will be my last throw. And I'll have to inch this back so it doesn't flip over. That last throw was around 5 feet greater than the last throw. But it did it with skittle because it was a low throw. And then it kind of skittled around and up. So I'm trying to get some height on this and trying to get some Anheuser turnover. So let's see if I can do it. If not, tomorrow my other discs will be in, those Archangels, and we'll give it a whirl again. Here we go. Good wind now. Okay, I tried to put the camera back, and again, it fucked me over. So that disc, I'll take you with me because we're only going to do one more throw. I'll take you with me to go get it. That was too low, and it went off to the right, and it got pretty good distance. It may be around 20 feet off the embankment because it was a low throw, and it probably had some skittle with it. So it's probably, it doesn't look like it's even that good. If that's the disc, and it is, it's not even that good. It was a terrible throw. So I've got to get this up. What the problem is, I think, is that the 162 in this mold is about as heavy as I can throw. And like I said, if I could get like a 159 in this, that would probably be sweet spot, and 160 would be max. So I'll see if they make this disc in a high 150. I doubt it. And I haven't really seen too many of them. This was a terrible throw. It didn't even get into competition with the other throws. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. And I'm going to try to really get something on this, because this will be the last throw. I would just keep the camera on. And this is for the people wanting to buy or considering to buy the time-lapse Fission. There's a difference between the first generation and the Fission. The Fission is, according to one of my subs, he said that it's got more air injected into the mold. I guess it's possible. Or they put bubbles inside or something to lighten the weight. All right, here we go. It also kind of reminds me of a disc called the Racer by Innova. The Innova Racer. I was throwing a 168 or a 167, and it's too heavy. It's probably very similar to this. It goes on a straight line and will not turn over to the right. So we're going to try to do it again here. And this is it. I'm not going to throw anymore. Even if the throw is bad, oh well. All right, we've got wind moving directly to the west. And it's not coming out anymore, so it's not helpful. It's a little helpful if I can get the disc up into 25, 35 feet up in the air. It might carry a bit. So let's go ahead and let's do it. All right, I'm trying to keep it up a little bit because I don't want it to come down. All right, here we go. I'm going to angle it to the right because I know I'm going to go to the right with this. Here we go. I don't think that'll turn over. Last one, folks, 162 time-lapse Fission. I'm trying to get it up and over and turn over and get some distance. I need to get it up in the air considerably. Here we go. Okay, that's about the best I can do, and it's not great. As you can see, this disc wants to go left. That's what it wants to do. It's my only complaint with it. And you can see I tried to put that into a hyzer, and that won't work. Into an anhyzer, and it simply won't work. So my advice to you, and I will throw it one more time. I'm not happy with that throw. This disc is a victim of its own massive need for spin and power. So you're not going to get much out of this if you're trying to take it to the right. Not unless there's some kind of vicious wind action going on. That throw is not a good throw at all. I see it. It's a little better than the last one. But what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to throw this with a normal hyzer. And that's going to be about the limitation for this disc. Because when you try to go up and over with this disc, it wants to climb back to the left too much. You know, if it was a Mamba and it was a -5 understable, it would play the game with you. But this one isn't going to play the game with you. So this last throw, and this will be the last throw, I'm just going to go to my normal hyzer throwing style. And that's going to be about the limitation of this disc. It's a power-hungry disc. You got to have a lot of spin, and you have to have a lot of power in order to throw this. So I wouldn't consider this to be a good disc for a beginner. If you do, then you have to eat your Wheaties in the morning, and you really need to do something in order to achieve some power and spin. Because without it, this disc is not going to go very well, and I'm sure it'll just peter out to the left almost immediately. So I'm going to go to my normal throwing style, and it's going to be a hyzer, and it's going to be a standard throw, and this is the last one. Let's see what we can get here. And I know the police don't like it when I stay here. The police don't like it when I park here. I used to do it all the time. Now they don't like it anymore. So, all right, let's get out of here. Last throw. And I'm going to be looking for the best throw yet. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the best throw. I love to challenge myself. Let's get this. It's not going to go too far to the right because I'm not going to try to force it up or anything. I'm just going to try to throw a regular hyzer. This is going to be the last throw. Here we go. 162 time lapse. Here we go. Okay, that's about the best I can do it. And you can see it's not going to cut to the right. And that's a fairly good throw. It's not great, but it's okay. It's getting to within around 30 feet of that embankment, or 35 feet. And that one was okay. It wasn't great and it wasn't bad. We're probably around 36 feet off that embankment, making these best throws that I'm trying, the best ones, probably around 355 to 358 feet. I still don't see it, which is a good thing because it means it's further. But this is going to wrap it up. Okay, it must have gone pretty good ways. I don't see it. And like I told you, you can forget about this thing going to the right. This thing is not going to drift to the right. It did it a little bit there, but it's very stingy about wanting to go to the right. Very stingy. This thing wants to hold a straight line. The Gorgon, the end of a Gorgon, wants to go right. This one does not. Now, this one might be the best throw I've made because I don't see it. I do not see it. Is it that one right there? It stayed to the left. My God, I can't believe it. It stayed to the left. I seldom get it to go to the left. Well, folks, I got to do it one more time. And here we are around 40 feet off the embankment. We just made it to the first slat, I think, the first one. So I keep saying it's going to be the last one, but I'm addicted to this, you know. I'm addicted to throwing discs. I love it. This is what I love to do. You know, this is where I live. Happy times I associate with throwing these discs. Here, it's nice and wide open, and generally speaking, nobody